Welcome back to Press Conference. It is me, Amanda, here to start off a new season of Drag Race UK recaps here on the Press Conference channel. We will be doing this alongside our Slasian Royale recaps until Slasian is over. Then we will kind of merge all into one for our recaps. So I'll be over here hosting for Drag Race UK recaps while Nira is doing Slasian. I'm so excited. Today we are recapping episodes 1 and 2 with one of my favorite people in the world and in this Drag Race community, Jack Feds. But as always, I want to give a special shout out to our national press members on the YouTube channel. Shout out to Willow and Starlight. If you'd like to be shouted out at the beginning of our episodes, be sure to check us out on our YouTube channel membership down below. And as always, be sure to listen to our theme song on all places you stream music, Pressed Conference by Amanda. Welcome back to Press Conference.
Hello.
Today I have a very, very special guest who is just in Japan with me. Now is back with a Pokemon Shrine to prove it.
So much.
Please welcome Jack Fed.
Hello. I'm back. I pop in every couple months now. I think, what was the last time I was here? The premiere or the promos of season 17, I think.
I think so. Oh my gosh, we haven't had you on Slasian Royale.
It's okay. I have not. I've watched a couple episodes, but I've not been consistently keeping up because I was gone. But that's no excuse. I should be more on top of it, honestly.
No, that's so real though. I've literally been absent from the podcast for most of Slasian Royale. Mostly just due to timing issues, but everyone's like, retire that girl. I'm like, you know what? Fair.
No. Oh my god.
Well,
thank you for having me.
Of course. I'm so glad we get to talk all about Drag Race UK season 7.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm hyped. After season 6, really good season. So expectations are high for the season, and we'll get into whether they're being met so far or not.
All right. First off, the promo for this season was probably the best one UK's ever had.
I think so. A lot of the UK promos, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like them. I'm trying to think. The Bond villain theme last year was okay. I thought that was cute. I can't really remember a lot of the other ones.
I just remember Nero hated the one with the candy wrapper.
That was the only other one I remember, and that was pretty bad. I know UK2 did the it was like, well, they had like a couple. They had like rainbow stuff and then also Christmas stuff too. Those are pretty good. But this is the most on theme, like one promo. So I enjoy this one a lot.
I feel like this promo makes me feel like the bar has been raised. So I'm really hopeful for this season.
Yeah, they got the cash prize. Did they have that last season? I can't remember.
Did they? I think so.
Okay.
Or was it UK2 that had it? I'm not sure.
UK2 definitely had it, but I don't know if it started with UK2 or 6 also had it. I can't remember.
It's all a blur. There's so much going on in this universe.
So much.
The Drag Race universe. But let's get started. So we're going to go over the entrance looks. Now, we are combining a recap of episode 1 and 2. So we're not going to be able to get into everything from each episode. So for episode 1, we will talk about the entrance looks, and then we'll talk about the Brit Gala, but we're not going to or regurgitate each look. We'll just talk in general and talk about our tops and bottoms.
Okay.
So we'll get into it. Starting with page 3.
I love it. I've been very familiar with her. I think she's been on wish list or rumor list every single year. Obviously not the most it's not the most grandiose look entrance look like walking in, but I think the presentation with the newspaper was really good.
What do you get this? An 8, a regurgitate?
I would say a light 8.
All right. I really like this look. I know it was simple, but I think that it was effective. I really liked the tabloids page 3 reference with her. And I think she was able it's very clean, and I like that because sometimes when it gets a little too grand, it can become jumbly.
Hmm.
But I think it's just well executed. So I give this an 8. I really liked it.
Hmm.
She's also just like really pretty, so that helps a lot.
Yeah, sure.
Next we have Nyong Bella.
Love her. We have a lack of dolls on Drag Race UK, so I'm very
Mhm.
happy to see her. I love the look. I'd say an 8 for this one. Goddess.
Yes. I give this an 8 too. I really like her look, and I love the goddess of it all. And over the next, like this episode, the next episode, we start to see that that's a theme for her, and I'm very
Hmm.
excited to see it develop.
Hmm.
Next, we have Sally TM.
I I love it. It's like so wrong but so right at the same time. The zebra, the makeup, the makeup really brings it all together. The wig is crazy. It's cohesive but crazy. So definitely an 8, strong 8.
Strong 8. I agree. 888.
Yeah,
Like, I am obsessed. Is this a person people were calling UK Dawn?
potentially it would make sense with all like the crazy patterns and the makeup.
Yeah.
She's pretty young, if from what I could remember.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
just I understand the like comparison, but I just feel like they're two very like they're just both two very different unique styles.
right. Yeah, very.
But
It's like everything's so clashing that that's the only way people could really compare them, because they're both
right.
so unique. But I don't know. I think that's just, there's
Yeah,
no real comparison, I guess.
I agree. But I'm so excited to see what Sally's gonna bring to the competition.
Yeah.
Next, we have Selexa.
I yeah, li- I don't remember this one at first, but yeah, this is a really great entrance look. This is a lot for an entrance look. Like this could be a full runway easily.
Hmm.
Definitely an 8 for me.
Hmm. I'm between giving this an 8 or a nibble.
Mm, hmm.
Um,
Why is that?
I guess I'll give it an 8 because it is grand, it is put together, but I don't know. The thing about it is like it's like fine. I think um
Do you think it's kind of wearing her? Like you could see a lot of people in it, or what?
I think it might be wearing her, and I feel like I don't see who maybe I know she is a grand like she's a grand person as we see in episode 1 and 2 with their
Hmm.
looks, but yeah, I feel like it's wearing her. There's a lot of big elements going on.
I don't love the hair, I would say. Like
Yeah,
it
I don't love
almost
the
works,
hair.
but I think it's like maybe a hat would have worked better, or maybe nothing. The hair doesn't seem big enough
Yeah.
in comparison to like, especially like the neck area, I would say.
Right, right. I
Yeah.
think it's just like the proportions have gotten too large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
definitely see that.
Next we have Tavis Mongardi.
I mean, I love the reference to Jamaica, and her entrance line was hilarious. The colors are great for it. Uh I would say I put it around where page three's was, where you got the point. It's executed well, but it's definitely not the most extravagant. So
Mhm.
I'd give it a nibble. I'd also give pages a nibble. I forgot. Soft 8, nibble, same difference.
Mm, mhm, mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I give this a nibble as well. Um, it's it's I do love how it combines with the reference, like you said.
Mhm.
But I just feel like obviously we're not seamstresses, but I can see where it pulls in places.
Yeah, yeah, for
So if
sure.
it just had a little bit of a refinement to it, I think it would have fit a little bit better. But I'm very excited to see her journey. So
Hmm.
next we have Bones.
Oh, I can't remember did she had a reveal? Oh, she had the mask that she unzipped.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't love that part. I thought it looked good, but like the way she delivered her line, I'm like, oh, this didn't hit the way I
Mm-hmm.
thought it would. But uh, this is really cool. I love how it's all like laced together.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely giving it an 8. and I'm expecting her to bring it on the runway like Dee Dee and Crystal did.
Yes. I also give this an 8. I really liked it. I think the fabric and the way it's constructed is really, really cool. It's high fashion, I
Mm-hmm.
think. I really like it. And I'm really excited to see Bones.
Yeah, maybe I don't love. Sorry,
Oh no,
um,
you're good. Keep going.
I think I'm just a little. I don't love the slicked back wig trend. It's not really a
Mhm.
trend anymore since India Farah killed it. But I no, I guess it does. It looks good
I
with
feel
this
like it
look.
works for the aesthetic that it's going for. Like if you saw
Yeah,
this, let's say like on a runway, like for Fashion Week, I think
yeah,
that would be it would either be a pony that's slicked back or this sort of look.
yeah. I think
But
it.
I know what you mean and I understand your like how
Yeah,
it's feeling worn in like the drag community specifically.
it definitely works for this look. I just don't think it likes slick back hair that much when it's not in a pony.
Mhm. Mhm. It's like Draco Malfoy.
A little bit, yeah.
Next we have Elle Vosk, the youngest of the group.
Is she?
Yes,
Sorry,
she's
that's not
still
a
in
read.
university and she had to take a break
Oh
to come
wow,
be on the show.
that's crazy. Ugh. I'm scared for the day where it might be this year, like season 18, especially like a queen might be younger than me going on, and that's gonna hurt.
Oh, the
Uh,
minute that happened to me when the 21-year-olds were on the season and I wasn't 21 anymore, it was really awkward.
uh,
When you like see them in real life or you interact or work with them, like in your head, they're always going to be older than you. And then you
yeah,
forget and you're like, oh my God, they're actually younger than me. It's a weird mind.
I'm gonna be terrified. Anyways, I like it. She won the challenge, right? That was her.
Yes, she did. She did. I'll cut that. Don't worry.
Okay. Uh, yeah, no, I mean it's put together nicely. It really accentuates her legs. She's very pretty. I'll give it a nibble. There's nothing wrong with it, but I think there's higher concept looks in the
Mm-hmm.
workroom. I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll also give it a nibble. Like, I think for me in my life, the wedding, like bride look when done not abstractly is my Michelle Visage Marie Antoinette.
Okay, yeah. Well, and we'll get to
Like,
that later.
yeah. I just feel like I see it so much. Maybe not necessarily in Drag Race all the time, but I feel like I see that as a concept so very frequently.
Hmm.
Um, that like I think the only time that I've seen like a bridal look on Drag Race as of recently and really like liked it was when Lexi did it because it was different. It was like
Yeah.
a giant veil and that
Uh-huh.
was the main thing.
Mhm.
Um, but this is cute. I'll give it a nibble. And she pulled it off nicely. Next we have Chai Tea Grande. What do you think of this look?
I'm always gonna rep my Asian girls. I don't like it that
I don't
much.
like it either. I'm so glad you said something because I was scared.
It's the I don't the dress the I mean it's not far off from what Paige was doing, but I don't like the necklace around the neck. The no like breastplate, but it's still having like the nipple
Hmm.
uh of nipple tassel area. I don't know like what exactly that
Yeah.
is. I mean, I love that she has the high pony because if she's supposed to kind of be influenced by Ariana, that's great. I am gonna regurgitate this one. I don't think it really goes together.
Yeah. I have to regurgitate this as well. Like, I think the nipple thing is just what kind of causes the regurgitate for me because it's like, it's just, it's odd. And if it's supposed to be nudity, like, it's not the
It's not an
same shape
illusion.
as, yeah,
Yeah.
the illusion isn't there. And it is odd for me.
And it, like if you're gonna do nipple, just have your nipples out. This is
Yeah.
very weird. I do not like this dress. I
I did
really do
not.
not.
I am very much rooting for Chai Tea Grande. Do not get me wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
I do not like the look at all. I think it's the
Mm-mm.
worst one of the intro packages. Next, we have Katrin Feelings.
She walked in first, right?
Yes.
Um, Gorgeous gown, beautiful gown. I'm trying to find anything that's like really I don't know, like defining. I can't really find that. I can find I could see a lot of different people wearing this. And again, just entrance. So you don't gotta be going too hard, but like there's not a lot of branding,
Mm-hmm.
especially like how
Mm-hmm.
we learned her personality. And it's a little it's just I like her personality, she's funny, but I just don't think this really does what it needs to be doing. So I'm gonna regurgitate this one also.
Okay, okay. I think I'll still give it an 8
Okay.
just because I think that it was done well. Like,
Yeah.
I think that sometimes when you do a gown and a cape like this, it looks like you're swallowed up, but you can still see the
Oh,
figure, and
true.
I think it was executed well, but I do agree that it does not show her branding, who she is, her personality.
Yeah.
Uh, and like anyone could have worn this, but I think I applaud how well it was done.
Yeah. Good figure. Good figure.
Next, we have Pasty.
Pasty. I like it. It's fine. I think all the little accents, like the hair tie in her hair, it goes together well. I can't remember what was her reveal. Do you remember what it
It
is?
was from corn
Oh,
pastry.
yeah.
Pastry? Do they call
Pasty?
pastries pasties over there?
I think
Or is
so.
pasty the pastry?
I think pasty. That's why they call her pasty, right?
Oh yeah,
We're
yeah.
so not British.
We're not.
Um, yeah, I mean, I think the revealing it from that it's corny, but like obviously go in with your branding. I'll give this one an 8. I don't love the
Mhm.
nail. That's the only
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll give it an 8 as well. The only thing that's bothering me is the black panty. I don't know. I just feel
Also,
like it sticks
yeah,
out.
everything was so cohesive, and obviously I'm not gonna tell her oh sew a panty out of the same material, but I don't know. Even white would
A
have fit a
nude
little
one would
better.
work.
Yeah, a nude black panty is a little wow. That, yeah, now that you point that out, that is a little rough.
Yeah, yeah. And now we have Bonnie and Clyde.
I love it. I love the mirror. Everything go. It's great. I don't have to say too much. Just 8.
Really?
Yeah. Do you not like
I
it?
I feel differently. I give it a regurgitate.
Really? Tell me why. Maybe I'll change my mind. I'm easily
Okay.
influenced.
I think cheetah print for me can be like a very hit or miss thing, but
Mhm.
that's just sort of been me since I was little. I feel like a lot of people liked the cheetah slash leopard in places that I personally didn't. So I think I'm a minority in this. Um, but but I do like it sometimes, and I think it could have gone a little bit better. I think just having that headpiece also, I think that can be very hit or miss for me as well. And then having the feathers be kind of a thin layer.
Mhm.
Um, I think maybe if the black was fuller, but I totally understand ostrich feathers are expensive. But I think if it just had more of a poof around where the black accents were, it would be better, I think. And I just think that the way that the bodice is made, it didn't cinch her in the way it could, if that makes sense.
Okay. No, I'm seeing it all now. Okay. Yeah. Because the it's like asymmetrical, and the point
Mhm.
is on the left, but like where the zipper stitching would be isn't centered, and that also looks a little. It all looks.
Yeah.
I don't want to say like. I mean, did she? Do you know if she made this one or if designer made it?
They didn't say. They didn't say.
Okay. I Yeah, and then like the feather sleeve is not the same as what's on the mirror or like the lining of her dress. I get it. I still like it because like the wig and everything, it's a good enough execution. But yeah, maybe I'll change my answer to a nibble.
Okay. And lastly, we have Viola. What do you think?
Again, it's one of like it's a little simpler, but I think it all fits together pretty well. Her body looks great. I think it was the right wig choice, and of course, coming in and playing the violin, great execution. Maybe I don't know if I do or don't like the shoe with this. The shoe color
Mm.
might be a little a little wrong for me, but I think it's the right type of shoe to really make the look work in a way. I don't know, like she looks like a professional concert
Yeah.
violin player, you know?
Yeah, yeah, agree. I think I'll give it an 8. I like how it's
Mhm.
executed, like you said. I think you really get the hourglass figure, like, and then I
Right.
like the details in how they're like gloves, but it looks like it's part of a blazer.
Hmm.
Um, it looks nice.
Is
I
she?
enjoy it.
She's not trying to pad like a violin, right? That's not her goal, right?
Oh my god,
I don't think she is.
I don't
That's not
think
it.
so.
No,
I think she's just got that
it's a
classic
good
drag
hourglass.
figure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but maybe that's the inspo.
That'd be crazy if it was.
That would be crazy. All right, the first maxi challenge we get for the season is the Brit Gala. So it's a parody of the Met Gala where we have all of our queens come with a look and get interviewed by some very famous drag queens from the show. What
Mhm.
did you think of this concept of the challenge?
I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean the guests that they brought in, I think they all worked. It's very clear they were like, okay, who's on Work the World right now, and what are the UK dates? Let's get them in. Um, I, it is a lot about chemistry. We'll talk about that when we get to some of the people, especially the people who had to get interviewed by plane. Um,
Yeah.
and also like a lot of the queens might only really be familiar with like Baga, maybe,
Hmm.
in terms of like people they've worked with. So it could uh result in some people doing better or worse. But at the same time, like I think the people who were gonna do well were always gonna do well.
Hmm.
So I think just coming from UK5 with the talent show and that being a very standard challenge that we know is gonna do good to this where it's like comedic interview kind of, but another look, and then we get a third look on the runway, which is more I guess classic UK. I don't know, it left a lot to be desired because I thought we were going one direction with UK, but it seems like this is it's kind of reverting back, I would say, to what we've had already.
One Direction mention.
Yeah.
I really I liked a lot of elements of this challenge.
Hmm.
I liked the interview element, and I love that you got to show a look as well. I thought it maybe ran too long.
Hmm.
I think the slow-mo cam element, while I understand its connection to red carpets, added a little too long of a showcase,
Yeah.
especially because it didn't seem to have any weight in the judging. I think this could have been a great mini challenge,
Hmm. Yeah.
especially if we took out the slow-mo and put less weight on the outfits and then have a real challenge because usually, you do have a mini challenge in the first episode. So it was interesting to see it went straight into Maxi like this.
Yeah.
Uh so I think that this is cute and I like the idea and I'm really glad we got to see it. That maybe it could have benefited from being a shorter mini challenge.
You're totally right though, because we've had many challenges like on UK5 where past queens have come in and just watched, and like this is just a mini challenge that they made into the maxi. You're totally
Mhm.
right. Like it's nothing really special. It's not long enough to have enough content to judge, but it's not short enough to be just a mini challenge. It's sitting in a weird area that I don't like.
As the kids say, it was mid.
It was very mid.
So the tops this week were Catherine Feelings, Page 3, and El Vosk, and the bottoms were Young Bella, Pasty, and Tavis. What did you think of these performances?
The best part of the challenge was the all the roasts that the guest queens were doing. Like I thought that's
Mm-hmm.
what was the most entertaining, which would be perfect for a mini challenge, not the main challenge where it could throw the performers off. Someone like Tavis with Plane, everyone was saying, yeah, Plane messed up the interview, which is kind of true. And Tavis was kind of talking over her only because like she wants to she was like really trying to volley, but like by trying it was almost too much. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think Tavis's interview was like a complete crash and burn. Nor do I think someone like El Vox was much better. Like they were all once again very mid, to where like no one was bad, but you just can't really do a lot with this challenge, and the fact that they're judging them based off of this is
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous. I want to say maybe Paige was my favorite. I don't remember a lot of the answers, which just
Mm-hmm.
isn't good.
Yeah, I have to agree. I for me there was no clear winner
Hmm.
because I wasn't sure what was the strongest point. And when I'm going into it, I thought maybe that the looks had more of a weight than they did. And
Yeah,
the looks had more weight for some people more than others. The judging was very odd. I wasn't sure what we were going off of really the whole time. Um and so in my head, I think I thought like Catherine Feelings was gonna be the winner.
yeah,
Because I remember them being funny. Uh, and the rest, but everything was so incredibly awkward and short. And
yeah. I feel
yeah,
like everyone had awkward moments, but they only really chose to highlight someone like Tavis or Young Bella, who
right.
I really liked Young Bella's interview too. But like her talking so much, they said that it was she has to like not play up that the character as much, which I don't really think it was a character. I think she's just a talkative person. It was just it was all over the place, and God, I the more I'm talking about it, I don't like this challenge.
Yeah, me too. Me too. From the bottom three, all of the other queens had to vote in the lucky cow. So everyone votes for who they think should stay in. And at the end, they have a bottom two, and then the person who loses the lip sync has a chance to stay if they won the vote of having the most votes of people who want them to stay. So it's like
Yeah,
the lipstick challenge, like the lipstick format of All Stars, but instead of the bottom two, it's including a third person, which makes it even more random.
yeah, and it's weird because it's almost they frame it like, oh, we're voting for spoilers, I guess, Pasty, because we want her to stay the most. But it's more so, I would vote for the girl if I want someone to stay. I would vote for the girl who's going to lose the lip sync. Like, if
Yes.
they're gonna be like, I knew the next episode, Neon Bella kind of a little took it to heart, saying like, "Oh, people didn't vote for me for one reason or another." But it's like I would bet more money, like knowing her to perform better and win
Mm-hmm.
the lip sync than Pasty. So I would vote for Pasty because then that's the like more likely person to get eliminated, and we could save her.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
it was a weird. I like it, but now
Yeah.
knowing the results of next week, it really didn't matter. Just do a non-elimination episode the first week.
I know. So the song was Von Dutch by Charlie XCX. So that gives context to Jack talking about how Pasty would be the person who probably needed to be saved the most because they're least likely to slay that lip sync.
Right.
It's a very you've got to serve a lot, and I think as we know, Pasty's more of a camp queen, so I can totally understand that lens, and I agree. I think if I wanted no one to go home, I would do the same.
Mm-hmm.
Uh yeah. Uh it was I kind of thought it was interesting because I didn't think Pasty was the bottom two necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe I mean if you wanted a happy ending with this with this episode, you kind of had to put Pasty in the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. They could look at the votes and then uh like place accordingly, I guess, if
Yeah.
with this type of twist. I do think who do you think should have been in the bottom of Pasty?
I think it
Tavis?
should have been Tavis just because it was like there were elements that you could argue were plain, like
Mm-hmm.
some bumps in the road on Plain's side, but there were also a lot of bumps in the road on Tavis's side that we at least got to see. I know,
Yeah.
like we say, there could have been more bumps that we didn't see from other queens, but the talking over each other makes it really awkward. And at least it's not sometimes it's not awkward when it's in person, when you're talking with your friends.
Right.
But I think in terms of an interview, it does make it a little hard to follow.
I think with Tavis though, she was at least like, even if she was uh jumping the gun a little too much. I'll say. I think it was better than Pasty like answered the question. She was like, "I have this. That's it." Like there wasn't really a lot beyond that.
Yeah.
So I like that Tavis was trying, even if it was a little like over trying, I guess. But
Mm-hmm.
I do get it. I do get where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, her runway wasn't the best in terms of like hometown.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. So the bottom two are, as we mentioned before, Nyong Bella and Pasty. They lip sync to Von Dutch by Charlie XCX. Pasty is the one who has to sashay away. But we take a look at the Lucky Cow votes. And what would you know? Pasty's the one that got saved, so no one went home.
yay!
Yay. And then it's never used again, or at least it's not used next episode. They have retired the cow.
I think
So
bring it back one more time this season. I hope they do.
I
Like,
hope they do too. Like you put in all that effort, and then if it just goes away that fast, that would be a shame.
yeah,
So let's move on to episode 2. So no one went home. Pasty saved. Pasty's very happy about this. And as we mentioned before, Nyan Bella was a little upset about how people may have voted for her, or maybe Tavis if people voted for Tavis. For me, I think it was too early in the competition to really be to let it affect you that too hard.
because they don't
But
know
I
you.
understand the emotions behind it, and it's a very high stress environment.
It is also just like, of course, it's it's a broken record at this point with the two black queens like ending up low and like being overlooked or over criticized. Like I feel like we see that every season, and them starting off low again already on this new season. I'm like, what? The stuff still hasn't changed. So I'm hoping they at least one of them has a upwards trajectory. I hope both of them
Yeah.
do.
This episode gave me hope, especially for Nayoung Bella, because
Mm-hmm.
she was so funny. And we'll get into this more, but her personality really
She's so
shined
cute. I
this
love her so
episode. It
much.
made me like, I was like, oh, I love her.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it only goes up from here.
Yeah.
But this episode, we finally do have a mini challenge. A traitor appears, and it's none other than Raven.
Looking not as dark as sometimes. She's looking
Mhm.
tan, but still
She's been affected by the cloudy UK.
right. The famous tan that you get when you fly to the UK.
Oh, oh my gosh. And she appears, and she starts the Traders mini challenge where the queens get into quick drag. They get in their cloaks. And it's basically just one of those mini challenges where you answer who's like most likely for this.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the prettiest? Who's the shadiest? Who's going home next? Quite early in the season, though. I feel like this didn't have
Yeah.
much stakes and it was very baseline.
They've been doing it late in regular or like US drag race. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I mean, they get to know each other better. It plays into tensions that are already there. Here, at most, I feel like it just punches down on the queens who are already in the bottom, and then like
Mm-hmm.
it sets up the pins for them to knock down. Okay, everyone thinks they're going home. Oh, they go home or they win.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as good when it happens early.
Yeah, agreed. The most important note from this part is that they ask who's the most painful queen, and they choose Viola almost unanimously. And Viola did not like this. It bled into the Maxi Challenge. The
Mm-hmm.
Maxi Challenge was a design challenge where queens were where queens were handed leftovers from challenges of each season, and they had to come up with their own design. They were assigned in pairs, so 2 queens per season, but everyone was judged individually. But before we talk more about Viola in this challenge, what did you think of this concept for the design challenge?
Very cool. I immediately go to like producer mode every time there's like a challenge that involves like multiple season themings. Some materials might be easier to use than others, or like
Mm-hmm.
inherently might look better or have like a easier concept or everything. But I love a little callback, so I liked it.
Yes. I really liked it. I think sometimes design challenges, they can be kind of boring, or in the
Mhm.
US's case, just really loops in a sponsor,
Yeah,
like Michelle's returned Amazon packages, for example.
yeah, or like
Um,
Monopoly.
yeah, Monopoly. Yeah. So it's cool to see something else, and I think it helps because it's the BBC. So I think there's like less sponsorships that you can really incorporate
Mhm.
due to the network, but it forces the show into more creative ways to do some of these challenges. So I was very excited about that, and definitely, like you said, some were more unconventional than others in terms of what they got to work with. But I think, and we'll talk again. Well, again, we'll talk more about this soon. But the queens really turned it out with what they were given
Mhm.
this season. So I'm very excited, and I really enjoyed.
I'm excited to see more runways. Yeah, great
Hmm.
cast in terms of I guess being able to think creatively. So hopefully we get another design challenge in some form going down the road.
Hmm. Agreed. And so what stuck out to me the most was that Viola is a seamstress, has a degree in it from university, uh, and she was going to I guess she was going to quote unquote help others, but because she was voted most painful, she wasn't really giving out much advice. The only piece of advice is she gave Paige through the advice to not use sequin fabric, which true.
Mhm.
That is hard
Yeah,
to sew on a sewing machine. It will get caught. It will be a pain. But then she doesn't tell her not to use the latex like material that she was holding, and Rue had to clock that for her.
yeah. It's
uh,
I don't know. It's it's a weird beat, I guess. Um,
yeah.
I wonder if it's setting her up to be the villain or pot stirrer of the season. Yeah, again, it's just like very early to get in your feelings like that when you just like don't really know the
Yeah.
people that well, and like especially since she's been doing fine, or she did fine in the first episode.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, definitely a little juicy this early on,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
in like a fun petty way.
Yeah. And then the other tea from in terms of preparation for the Maxi Challenge, I think we hear Pasty talk about her struggling with the sewing challenge because she's not a sewer. She mentions bringing one pattern tattoo with a flared leg. She
Mhm,
said that, and I was like, I hope she's really practiced this one because that's a tough one to execute. Any pant type moment,
mhm.
even with stretch material, is a challenge. What did you think about this?
I mean, we hear every year you gotta learn to sew if you're gonna go on Drag Race. I think it's smart to bring patterns at the very least. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough because know you always know design challenge is gonna come in the first couple episodes. So I don't know. I want to learn to sew before I go on Drag Race, which will never actually happen. Um, but yeah, it's just a skill that I think people need, and still I don't know, going in with at least knowledge. I think Pasty could have scraped by because she can at least do the pattern or whatever. But I know
Mhm.
there are other queens who just go in with nothing still,
Mhm.
and I
Mhm.
I don't know. It's I don't know. I need more. I guess I don't know what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say.
Speaking of getting on Drag Race, I have nightmares where I'm cast on Drag Race.
Really.
And I'm like, I'm not prepared. I am like in my head, I'm like, I'm a baby queen. Like, I don't even do drag, but I'm like, I just have these nightmares where I go in and I'm eliminated really early because obviously I'm not prepared. I don't have the charisma, uniqueness, or talent to do so. And I'm like, why did they even cast me? Like, how did I even get here? Like, I would never make myself audition if I wasn't ready. And
Because
it
they need
was
someone to go home first.
so, but anyway, back to the point of the subject. I thought it was interesting that they chose to highlight that Pasty brought a pattern.
Yeah.
I think they framed it in a way for the viewer to think bringing a pattern is a bad thing, but every sewer is bringing multiple patterns. You can't just like sew off the top of your head like that. You do need the pieces of paper. So,
Yeah. The
I think. obviously the problem was she only brought one pattern
Yeah.
and it'd be a difficult one, but I think it was framed in a different way, which I thought was interesting.
It is. It's funny how some shows, Survivor does this a lot, where like they kind of, it's not like propaganda, but it's like they give people a little slap on the wrist in terms of like what they are expecting, or like, yeah, everyone is bringing patterns. I remember All Stars 7, the second blue gown that Trinity made, like she got to work right away because she had a pattern already figured out. She just needed a fabric to work with it, and she won the challenge because of it. It's very common. So for
Mm-hmm.
them to kind of push this idea that it's not, it gets you thinking like, what do they expect out of the queens then? If it's like a no go or like a hush hush thing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But I am so excited for this runway.
Hmm.
I think just because of particular, like a couple of these runways do stick out to me that I'm really excited to talk about.
Yeah,
So let's get to it. First, we have Sally TM.
I it's so ridiculous. And again, I don't want to draw the comparison to Dawn. But yeah, they are very similar. I don't know. I mean, like I said, they're both so out there that it's almost hard not to.
Mm-hmm.
The patterns are crazy, like, but because it's also pastel, it works
Mm-hmm.
super well. And yeah, she's going for kind of this French esque
Mm-hmm.
vibe, aside from the fact that she's holding a fucking giant baguette. Um, but yeah, I mean, it works. Like the polka dots feel French. Like um, it's ridiculous, but I really like it.
What do you give it?
I give it a I'll give it an 8. I was thinking of it devoured, but
I thought about giving it a devour too. It's really close. It's between this look and one other look, which we'll talk about later.
mhm.
But I really liked it. I'm gonna give it an 8. You know what? Maybe I give like 2. No, I'll give it 8.
Okay.
It looks really not only does it look great with the colors and the fabric she chose, it's it's sewn very well as
Yeah.
well. Like it looks like a regular runway week for Sally. This looks like
Right.
it's just a non-design challenge. That's how well executed it looks. It's just so good. And as like a Dawn Crystal type like fan of drag as well. I mean, I love all kinds of drag, but it's like one of the types I really do appreciate. I live for the creativity and the chaos, the organized chaos
Yeah.
of it all.
Organized chaos is a good way to put it. Wow. Yeah. I just find another new little thing every time I look at it.
Yes. Love it. This is my other one that I wanted to give a devour.
Really? Okay.
We have Bones
Hmm.
in this ribbon look made of yoga mats.
Yeah. That's crazy. I It's definitely an 8. Definitely, I don't think I would give it a devour. But yeah, I mean the execution is great. I love that she did like the highlighting of the bow all just
Mm-hmm.
with the mat. It looks really great. It's super unconventional. But I understand why Sally won over her. I know some people were like,
Absolutely.
"Oh, this should have won," but I think Sally's is the clear winner. But this is great.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give this a devoured.
Okay.
I still think Sally won,
Hmm.
but I am just like blown away by how she was able to execute this.
Yeah.
And like Rue said, don't make it you gotta do something with the bikini to make it like more than just what it is, more than just like, for example, glue something on a corset.
Hmm.
And this is like, I think this is the like you should follow this path of Bones and like
Hmm.
people need to follow this in the future. It's so cute. It doesn't even look like it's a bikini. Like you don't think about that when you look at this. The bow gives the hourglass figure
Hmm.
by the way the ribbons ends are and the ribbons top, and it's just so well designed. And I mean, it looks like you bought it in the sense of like when queens buy wigs that have that styrofoam material,
Yeah.
like the Vivian's All-Star 7 wig, but
Hmm.
like in like a cool way, not like a bad way. I
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this a lot.
I like it.
Yeah. Next, we have page 3. In there was a reveal look before this that they didn't post on Instagram for World of Wonder, but she had a big gown with the circle cutouts that she took off, and it became this bikini.
What do you think of it first? I need your input.
I'm glad she took off the dress.
Okay.
Because I think the circle cutouts on a latex can look kind of like bologna floppy.
Yeah.
Like or like a cheese, like the cheese touch cheese.
Yeah.
Um, and so I'm really glad that she took it off. I think this is a very safe look.
hmm
Like it wasn't it was a bikini that looks more in the sense that she did sew the bikini, not like put stuff on it.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it. But yeah, it's a very safe look for me. I'll give it
She
an 8.
okay. She was able to do. I'm happy she was able to do two things, and I think both of them were executed fine. This gives a nature runway, and I don't want that to be a read,
Really?
but like in the
Like in the after as well or just the before?
just the after, like the no, not Alinitra's like spine runway,
Oh, okay, okay.
all her other ones, where it's kind of like, or it's like a colorful. Oh God, I'm not trying to make this sound like a read. A very colorful bodysuit, or it looks like the her glove runway with the um she has like the little light guns, I guess. Um,
Mhm.
I might be crazy. It's fine. I think the colors work really well. Definitely safe. Um, I'm not wowed, but I am not like disappointed. I'm not mad at this. So I'll give it a
Mhm.
nibble.
I see, I see. Got it. Next, we have Nyong Bella. What do you think of this?
I love I again, like the we were saying earlier with the goddess. I really like it. She made that whole headpiece.
It's made out of an umbrella.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, obviously, I don't think it's the most well constructed. And
Mhm.
there's some things like you can tell like, uh, is she a sewer or not? I can't
I
remember what
don't
she said in the episode.
based on the hems, I don't think so.
Yeah, like she pulled it off, but like you could tell the gems on the bra. It's very
Mhm.
clear. It's like maybe trying to hide some things, or it's just like
Mhm.
it's adding something, but I don't think those gems are needed. But execution's great. She looks gorgeous. So I'm gonna give it an 8.
Yes. I'm gonna give this, and this might be my bias, but I'm gonna give this an 8.
Okay.
I I say 8 with the acknowledgement that every time that I did see a close up, I did see like a lot of things that I would like note here and there about like hems or pieces of fabric sticking out that made me think she was going to be in the bottom.
hmm
Glad she wasn't though, because I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, another week of there. But I really like the like concept of it and like how she pulled it off and how she worked that runway. Because as we know with like other seasons, it's really about how you pull it off. Next, we have El Fosk. What
Oh,
do you think?
who does this remind me of? It's kind of like the coat that I think Ahura or someone wore. And then also it's giving Canada versus the World season 1
Mm.
the weather, or no, what are the like weather challenge, or the ball that they did. I like it. It's a lot of blue, but that's not, of course, not up to her. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think it's cool and well constructed for what it is. Oh my god, it's giving. I think it's Cheryl Hole's look on that season. No, Cheryl's not on that
Yeah.
season. Who is it? Oh no, Anita Wiglet. Was she doing a gown? It doesn't matter. Anyways, it's cool. Like the fringe is cool. Is it made out of a tarp? I can't
I
remember.
think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
A
I
lot
can
of
see like the
blue
rings of the
going
tarp.
on, a little something for the Teen Vogue
Yeah, a
party.
little something for the Teen Vogue party. It's cool. I'll give it an 8. It's because it's a design challenge. Like it's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I'll give it a yeah, I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. maybe it's because it's the blue and the material, but I don't. Something about it is like I think I liked the design, the sketch better.
Hmm.
I don't know what I was thinking. Like, it looks like the sketch, but like, I don't know something about it. But I mean,
Because
I
it's
don't hate it, and I gave it an 8. I think
yeah,
maybe I don't like the hair.
yeah, because it's all one color. It's hard to have any dimension.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, it kind of almost highlights the craftiness of it, which then like makes you think of other things. But of course, it's a tarp, so you can't.
Hmm.
She did what she could with it.
Exactly. Exactly. Next, we have chai tea grande. What did you think of this?
Oh, thank God! Especially after the her entrance look. This is, I mean, it's a pretty great mermaid gown. I thought the pillars were cute with it. The hair's good. Yeah, I mean, it's executed pretty well. Love the lining at the bottom.
Mhm.
You can see it's slightly like it's not
Yeah, it
perfect.
was wibble wobbling.
Yeah, but I love a mermaid gown. So
Yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll give it an 8.
Yes. Honestly, every time I see a mermaid gown, I think of prom because I guess mermaid type outfits were kind of, maybe it wasn't at its peak, but it was still in style
Uh
when
huh.
I went to prom. I wonder what kind of dress would you wear if you got to wear a dress to prom? That's what I think
Oh,
about. Would you get a mermaid since you love the mermaid? Like,
I do like mermaid a lot, but that mermaid always screams like almost red carpet to me. But maybe not even. I don't know what I would wear. Just like a nice long gown.
mhm.
Maybe with a little like I don't know, like a foresty pattern, something like that.
Would it be like poofy or would it be like slim, like more like tight to the
Slim. I,
body?
I would say tight to the body, not super poofy.
Huh, okay, okay. Very fun. I give this look an 8 as well. I like how the pillows were incorporated. It's
Mhm.
like a luxurious prolapse.
Yeah,
It's delicious.
right.
I really enjoyed it. I did see that struggle at the end and where she was kind of holding up the gown as she was walking so she didn't trip.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, they kept that in. Is she gonna be in the bottom? I'm scared. I can't lose Chai yet. She just got here.
We have to wait till
But
Snatch
luckily
Game.
everything was
I
you're so
hope not.
right.
I really
I
hope
know.
not. But we
I
know the
don't
track
I
record.
don't want that to happen, but we know the track record on this on UK.
Yeah.
So
Uh good. I mean, it's better that she's tripping over it and it's hitting the floor than it being too short.
mhm,
So,
mhm.
yeah.
Speaking of tripping, next we have Pasty, who unfortunately tripped on the first way in for the runway.
I I don't hate it. Like no one did a bad job this week. Yeah, she was able to do her pattern. It yeah, from this angle it looks like decently constructed, I guess. The maybe it's just her padding in general, but that's like the one thing that is a little slightly off to me, but it could also just be the angle. I don't love the chains.
Mhm.
Nor do I love the shoe. I don't think that's the right shoe with it. Um, eh, I think I'll still give it a nibble because
Yeah.
she wanted to do something and she executed it in the way that she was able to.
Mhm. Mhm. Nibble.
Okay,
I know they were really clowning on the green, but I kind of liked it. I thought it was the appropriate material, like and like look for the pattern she chose.
right. Yeah, I think so
Um,
too.
but thinking about her tripping in this look, I do have to say, because at first I was like, oh, the shoes are such a curse for
Hmm.
this. But I recently tripped and nearly fell face first off of a giant bus.
Oh my god.
I was at a fundraiser for like a stand up to cancer fundraiser with YouTube,
Hmm.
and I was getting off of this bus that they were transporting us from the like welcome area to the actual like stage,
Hmm.
and I was wearing flared pants like this. They were lace, but they
Mm.
looked like this basically, and I was wearing a kitten heel, and my shoe, my heel caught on the flare part going down the stairs, and they were very steep stairs on this bus.
Oh my
And
god.
I thought, I was like, this is how I break my teeth. And I'm like
Oh my god.
falling. But then luckily there's like a person that was like grabbing everyone's hands. And I always thought that was kind of silly when they would do that. But
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, they're there for people like me. And he caught me like midair and
Oh,
saved me
thank
from
God.
falling and breaking anything. And it was so embarrassing.
Oh my
But
God.
I felt for her in this episode.
Yeah.
Um, but story aside, you know, it's not the worst thing,
Mm-mm.
but
No,
it
there's been way worse
was,
design looks.
there's been much worse. And so I think we are not people online aren't giving her as much credit as she deserves. But this wasn't it. Things were like the legs were two different heights. Like it was just tough. It was tough.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. So unfortunate for Pasty. Next we have Tavis.
Uh, I don't know. It's cute. I don't really have much to say. The accents are cute. I like the hair with it. It's a great color on her. I think the shoe matches. Yeah. I'll give it an 8. Mm, yeah, I'll give it an 8.
I'll give it an 8 too. Again, it's another very like safe look,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it was done very well. And I like the like character she put on with like I like how she was putting on lip gloss and be like, ooh. I
Yeah.
think it's the correct vibe for the look.
It's almost giving like Sweet 16 in a way. Uh
Yeah.
it's because like her hair, it almost looks like a tiara, but it's not. But yeah, she's just like
Mm-hmm.
super I don't know, she's super glam, I'll say.
Yes. It's a good job. Now we have Bonnie and Clyde.
She loves her animal prints.
She does. You're right.
Uh I don't love this one. Um
Mm-hmm.
Someone or like Neon Bella's, I feel like the construction of these two in terms of like the execution is similar, but the way that Neon Bella's was presented allows for you to kind of your eye to not really look at the details as much. But when
Mm-hmm.
like when you have to like you're forced to look at like a very skin tight dress or like attempting to be skin tight dress, I think that's where the
Mm-hmm.
you can kind of pick up on more issues. Do you know what material she used for this?
Let me look. It's hard to see.
Because it's
It
reflective.
doesn't look like a stretch fabric at all, like a
Right.
stretch friendly fabric.
So
Uh
could have been hard for her to work with, but even then, I don't like the mix of like fabrics. I don't know what the gold belt in the middle is.
mhm.
Yeah, everything just does not really work for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have almost cut the dress into like a mini dress almost, drop the
Yeah.
gold belt in the middle and the accent on top, and just had the little leopard and maybe tried to work on the furs more and incorporate
Mhm.
that more instead.
Mhm. So you give this?
Uh Regurgitate.
Mm. I think I have to give it a regurgitate as well. But I really love her face. Her face is so painted. Like the
Yeah,
eyeshadow is
it's great.
beautiful. And I like the hair. And you know what? I like the arm doing this. I
Yeah,
like the foxtails.
I will sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I will say she's like trying to do um more than honestly someone like Pasty was,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes less is more. I'll say, and I think it was just a little overkill tonight.
Yeah. I she loves to kill her. I'm just kidding. Um, yeah. I think if a couple elements were changed, it would be higher.
Yeah.
Like A, make it mini. B, change the like little brown and yellow gold fabrics to maybe a fur.
Yeah, I
Things like
think
that.
there should have been more for like that.
Hmm. Yeah, I give this a regurgitate. Yeah. unfortunately. Now we have Katrin Feelings.
Was she? She was in the top for this.
She was.
No, actually, the more I look at it, I do like it. Like it is a good incorporation of a lot of different materials that are all
Mhm.
working together really well. I think the purple velvet on the skirt hits the light nicely. Uh, yeah, it's good execution. The bandanas are cool. Yeah,
Mhm.
no. Oh, I like this. I really like
Yeah.
this. Okay, I will give it an 8.
Yes. I give it an 8 too. I think she really pulled it off well. She was having fun on stage, and
Mm-hmm.
it was the judges mentioned this, and I do agree, like, it wasn't giving too much,
Mm-hmm.
which oftentimes will happen in cases like this. This would have been a very great look for the challenge at All Stars 10 where they had to use, like, what, 10 different materials or
Oh
something?
yeah, yeah. It does like it was like the 8 ball, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can totally see
I
that.
see this purple, and every time I see purple, I just think of Lawrence Chaney.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, I think she would love this look, and she would wear it as well.
Yeah, good job. I really liked
Yes,
it.
great job. And we have Viola as a spider mummy.
Uh-huh. It's cool. It's a very cool concept, and I think she was definitely in her head. I definitely, yeah. I mean, even without the if I take away the arms, I still definitely get spider. But
Mhm,
you know, I hate I've been critical of them using the word costumey, but this
mhm,
definitely feels very costumey because it's like a your gimmick has to like really pay off in like a high fashion way for it to not be called that. And unfortunately, like
mhm,
the way the arms are, it does look like she just stuffed them, and I don't think the
mhm,
dress is giving enough. Um, and yeah, the way the arms come together, like around her chest, is like not really doing her any favors.
yeah,
Um, it's like taking away from her figure in a lot of ways. The way that she's presenting. So I'm gonna give it a
mhm.
regurgitate.
Yeah, I unfortunately have to give a regurgitate as well. I think, yeah, she said this in the episode, and I agree. I think maybe she, you know, had an idea that was too grand for the amount of time that they had.
Yeah, for sure.
Despite, like, you can be an excellent sewer, but time is still time.
Yeah.
Uh, it's tough. I think I saw a better execution of this on Drag Duel,
Oh,
Derek's
really?
show. Yeah, someone had an arm sort of piece. I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm remembering this correctly, and it
Mm,
was executed much better. But also, that look probably had more time to be
exactly.
created.
Yeah.
Uh, I think, yeah, the quote unquote butt of Viola's spider, I really made it costumey for me, and of course the arms as well. And it just the way that that had to be constructed, it makes the dress just look odd as well.
Yeah.
Which you would think that the dress itself needs to be like perfect, and then you add these fun elements. So unfortunately, regurgitate for me.
Yeah.
Now we have Celexa.
Yeah. It's all I don't know. All very cohesive. I like that the I guess the oh my god, tight or not that I the tight fabric is incorporated all the way to the top through the gloves.
Mhm.
Yeah, she looks like a star goddess.
Mhm.
Who had their face covered in the first episode? Do you remember on the pink carpet? Do you remember?
I think that was Sally,
Sally.
right?
Okay. I think so. It would have been kind of crazy if she did like a whole face kini thing here, but that's a
Yeah.
lot to ask for. And I think
Yeah.
the hair that she chose in the headpiece is already cool enough. But like
Yeah.
I'm thinking out loud. Uh,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'll give this one an 8.
Yes. I'll give this one an 8 as well. I an 8. I really liked the concept, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it was executed quite well. And the way that the gloves are also incorporated into everything is shows a lot of her talent with the sewing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only thing that I would notice is, like, there's those little like the lines of where the fabric has to meet each other to like create the garment.
Mhm.
And because it's like a sheer fabric, you could see where other parts were like thicker or not like exactly straight compared to other places. And that's so nitpicky, but that is what poked out to me. And I
Mhm.
think maybe that might have been what kept her from being in the top with this. But I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see more of what Celexa has because this is really cool.
Mhm.
Our tops are Bones, Katrin, and Sally, and our bottoms are Pasty, Bonnie and Clyde, and Viola. What do you think of these placements? Do you agree with everything? Is there someone you'd want to see in another place of someone else?
Maybe I could see Katrin. Katrin's execution was like super clean, but of course it's not the biggest concept. So I could see her being swapped out for someone like Celexa or someone like I guess maybe only Celexa.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with the bottoms for sure.
Mm-hmm.
With the bottom two making the most sense for like what we've seen so far.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think the bottoms are correct. I think the tops are correct. I'm glad that Katrin was in the top, but I can when she said that I thought I was in the bottom when I was up there, I was like, yeah, I agree. It was like we weren't sure where she was gonna be placed.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was interesting. So, and the bottom two being Viola and Pasty made sense to me. They lip synced to Heartbreak. Unfortunately, Pasty's shoe came off during this lip sync. It was an interesting one to watch. So, what
Mhm.
was your thoughts on the lip sync?
Yeah, I mean, we already saw her trip on the runway, so it was just she was kind of just cursed.
Mhm.
It was pretty good. I think that Viola did a really good job. And yeah, rightful winner. Cool song. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I think Viola was a clear winner.
Hmm.
Like she coming off a side, I think Viola was able to encapture the vibe the
Oh
best.
wait, sorry, whose shoe came off?
Oh, pasties.
Okay, I want to make sure.
Yeah,
I thought I
yeah.
was misremembering. Okay.
No, no, you're good. And so Pasty is eliminated, and they had the lucky cow, but the cow, I guess it didn't really mean anything.
Nothing. Classic drag race twist. Either doing way too much or too little.
So that was our first elimination. You agree with this elimination?
Yeah. Um, no, or she didn't strike me as like, oh, like first out or anything, but
Mm-hmm.
I think just with what was shown and what other people still have to show, I think she just
Mm-hmm.
needed more time to bake like a pasty, right?
Right, right. I agree. I think maybe for her, this may have been a little too early to go on Drag Race. And I sound like a like kind of a jerk saying stuff like that, but it's like, you know, when you get to see a lot of development of queens over time, even just a year makes such a strong difference.
Hmm.
And it's like, when you see the people around you deciding whether or not it's the right time to go on Drag Race, like you really do have to consider like do you still have room to grow because this is how people will remember you forever.
Yeah.
Um so but hopefully maybe Pasty gets to call one day to come back and show that growth,
Hmm.
but we don't know yet, so it'll be exciting to see where Pasty is even a year from now.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. All right, that was the end of this episode. Are you looking forward to the rest of the season? How are you feeling so far?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, it's interesting vibes because it's such a young cast, but
Mm-hmm.
uh that's not always a bad thing. I think where we can really tell is with both comedy and especially Snatch Game. That's
Mm-hmm.
always like a telltale sign of how a cast is and how dynamics work. So when
Mm-hmm.
we get to that, we'll see how that shakes down.
You make a great point because I was like, I'm having more hope for this season than usual. Like, it's going really well so far. But you're right, we haven't gotten to a comedy or a Snatch Game. So it's once that happens, we'll have a clearer picture. You're
Right.
so, so right.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for the best, but the track record of having a younger cast hasn't always been the best. So I
Especially
hope
around
they
Snatch
prove
Game.
us wrong. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
especially. So we'll just have to wait and see. But thank
Mhm.
you so much, Jack, for joining me today on this episode. I had
Thank
so
you
much
for having me.
fun.
I had a great time. Yeah, I'm
I
always
just
open.
spent I spent like a week straight with Jack, and I was having Jack withdrawal. So I'm so glad we got to do this.
I was having Amanda withdrawals too.
Oh my gosh! All right, y'all. Well, tune in next week. We'll have someone. I don't know if Nero will be here or not, but we'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.